Welcome to Ricky's Rowing. I want to talk to you about my GW experience. This is a page from my Island of Blood mini rulebook. I want to create something like this. I don't think GW ever made something like this for production, so I think this is just a model that was done for this picture basically. Have you ever seen this model out on the market? I made a picture search in Google, and the search gave the following description. Google also came up with a bunch of inspiring pictures. In the rulebook it's only mentioned like this. Though there aren't any rules for a cave, we have chosen to treat it as a haunted mansion. I'm going to construct my version so that a unit of 20 clan rats can be perched on top of it. First I'll just make a simple cardboard substructure. Pine bark is my preferred material for this project. I gathered this bark from a clear-cut area where the logging industry had left plenty of residue on the forest floor. I sterilized it in the oven to eliminate bugs and mold, and I always store it indoors to ensure that it stays dry. If you were to store the bark outside, it would quickly reabsorb the moisture from the air, since it's highly hygroscopic. Keeping the bark dry will ensure that you do not end up with a moldy mess on your gaming table. It is fun to work with pine bark because it's so soft, but it is also very flaky. So I seal it with some watered down wood glue, so it's more solid before I prime it. Here I realize that I made the base too small, so I expanded with tinfoil and hot glue. Then I just glue on some gravel and sand to get some different textures. After waiting a long time so that the PVA was completely dry, I finally primed the model. I start my paint scheme by sponging on some raw sienna, some burnt umber and some yellow ochre. And then I just add some black to the remaining brown colors and make a dark wash. After this wash had dried, I washed again with pure black. And this is what it looked like after that. But then I realized there's no skulls. I completely forgot the skulls. Shame. Luckily, I do have a box of Citadel skulls, so I saved the situation with a couple of skulls from that. For the dry brushing, I went with a series of greys that had their base in burnt umber, raw sienna and yellow ochre. Then I just added some green for where the grass flocking is going to go. I dotted in the skulls with some yellow ochre and white. And then I flocked on the grass. This is my homemade flock made out of sawdust and coffee grounds and small pieces of sponge. The skulls got a wash of agrax and a final dry brush with almost pure white.